Here are two numbers. Every year, America's own universities produce about 55,000 new accounting graduates. Every year, America needs about 1,24,000 new accountants and auditors. That's the US government's own projection, not a coaching institute's estimate. The gap between these two numbers doesn't close by itself, and it's not closing anytime soon. Nearly 3 out of every 4 working CPAs in America are close to retirement. So, who fills that gap? More and more, it's being filled from right here in India. Today, I'll show you exactly how this shortage is turning into real jobs for Indian students, where those jobs are, what they actually pay, and what it honestly takes to become a CPA in 2026. Stick with me till the end. I'll bust the one CPA myth that trips up almost every student we counsel. So, why the gap exists? Quick basics first. CPA stands for Certified Public Accountant. It's a US accounting license given out by the AICPA, the American Institute of CPAs, through individual state boards. Now, why is this gap so hard to close? It's not one bad year. It's 3 things happening together. Fewer people are sitting for the CPA exam than a decade ago. The people who already have the license are aging out, with most closer to retirement than to their first job. And rebuilding a professional pipeline like this doesn't happen in a year or 2. It takes closer to a decade. That's what structural shortage means, not a dip, a long gap. So, where does India come in? This is where GCCs matter. GCC just means a company's own in-house office in India, doing work for its global operations. The big 4 firms, Deloitte, EY, KPMG, PwC, all run large India delivery centers built specifically for this kind of US-facing work. Deloitte's is called USAS, EY's is GDS, KPMG's is GBS, PwC's is SDC. They are based mainly out of Bengaluru, Hyderabad and Gurugram. The actual job titles look like this: US Tax Specialist, Audit Associate, Financial Reporting and Analyst, FP&A Analyst, that's Financial Planning and Analysis, basically budgeting and forecasting work. This isn't old-style outsourcing. It's real, skilled, US-facing accounting work, just based in India. So what it pays? In terms of pay, based on current recruiter and job portal data, a CPA fresher in India can expect somewhere around 6 to 12 lakh rupees a year. With 5 or so years of experience, that moves into 18 to 30 lakh range. At senior levels, 45 lakh plus is realistic, especially at Big 4 or large GCC. These are ranges, not promises. They shift by city, employer, and your own profile. If you want to know where you'd realistically land on this range, that's exactly the kind of thing our counselors map out for free. More on that at the end. Now, the myth I promised. A lot of students tell me they are picking CPA because it's the easy one, an easier backup if CA feels too hard. Let's actually check that using the AICPA's own published numbers for this year. The CPA exam has 4 parts, 3 core sections plus 1 you choose. The core sections are FAR, AUD and REG. The choice is between BAR, ISC and TCP. Here is what actually passed this year. Section by section. FAR 43%, BAR 41%, AUD 48%, REG 67%, TCP 79%. So FAR and BAR, 2 of the toughest sections, are failing more than half the people who sit them. CPA is not the soft option. Some sections are just as hard as anything in CA or ACCA. What makes CPA different isn't that it's easier. It's that it's shorter and it's built for exactly this shortage. Now, costs and timelines. On cost and time, roughly speaking, NSBA raised its international exam fees again this year. So this number has gone up. All in, most Indian candidates now spend somewhere around 4 to 6 lakh rupees, covering evaluation, registration, exam fees and coaching. If you're focused and consistent, the 4 exam sections can realistically be done in 12 to 18 months. Getting the full license on top of that depends on your state board's work experience rules, which do vary. CPA is not shortcut. and it's not for everyone. If your goal is India-specific tax and audit works, CS still wins that fight. But if you want US GAAP exposure, a Big 4 or GCC role, and a real shot at riding this shortage, CPA is one of the strongest bets on the table in 2026. If you want us to check whether CPA actually fits your background and timeline, drop a comment or use the link in the description or dial us on the number shown on the screen. We'll walk through your qualification, your target state, and your timeline together for free. Same shortage. The only question is whether you are one of the people filling it.